Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about my daily routine in English. This story will help you improve your English speaking, listening, vocabulary, and confidence in a very easy and natural way. So, relax, listen carefully, and try to repeat the sentences aloud with me. And if you want to improve your English every single day, make sure to subscribe to the channel and continue practicing with us. Every morning, I wake up at around 6 o'clock. Honestly, sometimes I feel very sleepy and want to stay in bed longer because my bed feels warm and comfortable. But I try to wake up early because I want my mornings to feel peaceful and productive. The first thing I do after waking up is drink a glass of water. It helps me feel fresh and active. After that, I brush my teeth and wash my face slowly. Usually the morning is very quiet, and I really enjoy that peaceful feeling. Sometimes I stand near the window for a few minutes and look outside. The fresh morning air makes me feel calm and relaxed. Then I do a little stretching and light exercise. I'm not a fitness expert or anything like that, but I believe even small movement in the morning can improve energy and focus. Sometimes I also go outside for a short walk. While walking, I like listening to soft music or motivational podcasts. It gives me positive energy before the busy day starts. After that, I come back home and take a shower. Honestly, cold water wakes me up very quickly. While getting ready, I usually think about my goals, work, and plans for the day. I try not to spend too much time scrolling on social media in the morning because it wastes a lot of time and mental energy. After getting ready, I make breakfast. Usually, I like simple food like eggs, bread, fruit, or tea. Sometimes I feel lazy to cook complicated meals early in the morning. While eating breakfast, I often listen to English podcasts or English conversations. This has become one of my favorite daily habits because it helps me improve my listening and pronunciation naturally. I have realized something very important recently. Small habits repeated every day can completely change your future. Even listening to English for 15 or 20 minutes daily can improve fluency slowly over time. After breakfast, I prepare my bag carefully before leaving home. Sometimes I forget small things like my keys, phone, or wallet, so now I always double-check everything. Then I leave home and begin the busy part of my day. And before leaving, I always try to remind myself of one simple thing. Keep improving little by little every single day. After leaving home, I usually begin the busiest part of my day. Sometimes the roads are crowded and noisy, especially in the morning. People are rushing everywhere because everyone is trying to reach work, school, or college on time. While traveling, I often look outside the window and think about my future and goals. Sometimes I feel motivated and excited about life. And honestly, sometimes I also feel stressed and tired. But I try to remind myself that every person is fighting their own battles silently. That thought makes me calmer and more understanding toward other people. When I finally arrive at work or my study place, I first try to organize everything properly. I don't like starting my day in confusion because it makes my mind feel stressed. So I take a few minutes to prepare myself mentally before starting my tasks. Sometimes my work feels easy, and sometimes it feels overwhelming. There are days when I feel very focused and productive, but there are also days when my mind feels tired and distracted. Still, I try my best to continue working step by step. One thing I learned recently is that discipline is more important than motivation. because motivation changes every day. But discipline helps you continue even when you do not feel perfect emotionally. During small breaks, I often practice English a little. Sometimes I read simple English sentences. Sometimes I listen to English audio. And sometimes I try to think in English while observing people around me. At first, this felt difficult and uncomfortable, but slowly, my brain started becoming more familiar with English naturally. Now I enjoy practicing English during free moments because it no longer feels like a school subject. It feels like part of my daily life. Around lunchtime, I usually feel very hungry, so I take a break and eat lunch. Sometimes I bring homemade food, and sometimes I buy food from outside. While eating, I often talk with friends or coworkers. Some conversations are funny, some are serious, and some are just simple daily discussions about life, weather, work, or future plans. Honestly, I enjoy these small conversations because they make daily life feel less stressful. After lunch, I usually feel a little sleepy, especially on hot days. Sometimes my energy becomes low and I feel mentally tired, but I still try to stay focused and continue my work calmly. I have realized that not every day feels exciting or special. Some days feel ordinary and repetitive. But even ordinary days are important because they slowly build your future. In the afternoon, I usually complete important tasks one by one. Sometimes unexpected problems appear and make the day stressful. But I try not to panic quickly, because getting emotional too fast often makes situations worse. So now I try to stay calmer and think more carefully before reacting. This is something I'm still learning every day. During free time, I also like writing small English sentences in my notebook. This habit has improved my vocabulary and confidence a lot. At first, I made many mistakes. Honestly, sometimes I still make mistakes, but I no longer feel embarrassed about learning slowly, because every fluent English speaker was once a beginner too. As evening slowly arrives, I begin feeling mentally tired after the long, busy day. But at the same time, I also feel proud when I complete my responsibilities properly. And while returning home, I often think quietly about how fast life moves every single day. Sometimes the evening roads are still crowded and noisy. People look tired after working the whole day. Some people are talking on their phones. Some are listening to music. And some are simply sitting quietly and thinking about life. When I finally arrive home, I feel both tired and relaxed at the same time. Honestly, home feels peaceful after a long, busy day. The first thing I usually do is change my clothes and wash my face. It helps me feel fresh again. Sometimes I sit quietly for a few minutes before doing anything else. I think everyone needs small moments of silence during the day, because life becomes very noisy and stressful sometimes. After resting a little, I usually help with small household chores. Sometimes I clean my room. Sometimes I organize my table. And sometimes I help prepare dinner. I have realized something important about daily life. If your environment is clean and organized, your mind also feels calmer. After that, I usually eat dinner with my family. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts of the day, because everyone finally sits together after being busy for many hours. We talk about our day, funny moments, small problems, future plans, and many other things. Sometimes we laugh a lot, and sometimes we have serious conversations about life and responsibilities. These small family moments may look simple, but they are actually very precious. After dinner, I usually spend some time improving my English. Sometimes I watch English videos. Sometimes I listen to English podcasts. And sometimes I practice speaking alone in my room. At first, speaking English alone felt strange and uncomfortable. But slowly, it became one of the best ways to improve confidence. Now I enjoy speaking English even when nobody is around me. Sometimes I stand in front of the mirror and practice simple conversations. I talk about my day, my goals, my future, or random daily topics. This habit has helped me think in English more naturally. And honestly, I still make mistakes sometimes. But now I understand that mistakes are part of learning. No one becomes fluent perfectly in one day. Fluency grows slowly through repetition, patience, and consistency. After practicing English, I usually spend a little time relaxing. Sometimes I listen to calm music. Sometimes I read something motivational. And sometimes I simply sit quietly and think about life. At night, I also like planning for the next day. I usually think about important tasks, goals, things I need to improve, and how I can use my time better. Because I believe successful people do not only dream, they also prepare. Before sleeping, I usually check my phone for a few minutes. But honestly, I try not to waste too much time scrolling endlessly at night. Because too much screen time makes the mind feel tired and restless. So now I try to sleep earlier and protect my mental peace more carefully. Finally, when I lie down in bed, I often think about how much my life has changed little by little through small daily habits. Nothing changed overnight. Everything improved slowly. My confidence, my mindset, my discipline, and even my English. That is why I truly believe something very important. Small daily actions may look unimportant today, but over time, they can completely transform your future. And with that thought in my mind, I close my eyes, relax, and slowly fall asleep, ready to begin another new day again tomorrow.